Hello everyone, I'm excited to announce that we have a new update for the OSM add-on tool. This new update comes with a variety of features, and with only a little bit of cleanup, you can have the map that's being shown on the screen now. This OSM update will be considered a beta, and will be improved for the next week as issues, if any, arise. Since it is in beta, it has some experimental features and needs a little bit more work done on the Unreal Engine side in order for it to be the best quality it can be. The Discord bot handling the OSM request has a slightly increased chance to crash, so that will be monitored closely as well. Since the last version, it now has support for road connections, intersections, road line markings, and the ability for it to adjust the width of the road automatically based on the number of lanes. So to show how to get this, I'm going to be going on my test Discord server, and this is a server that I use in order to test future updates for the OSM. And you can do the exact same thing I do here in our public community Discord. Link is in the description. The first step is to go into the OSM channel and type in /OSM. Once you press enter, it will pull up a dialog box with a latitude and a longitude input. From here you can also see there's a new option to exclude certain road types. However, this feature isn't fully built out yet. If you look at all the road types from the OSM website by looking up the highway key, you can see that some road types may be unnecessary for some projects, like tunnels, sidewalks, or alleys. Going back to the Discord pop-up, you can see I already have an example latitude and longitude pulled up, and if we look it up on the OSM website, we can see roughly what it's going to output. This latitude and longitude is in the middle of Washington, D.C. in the United States. I chose this location because it has a very busy road system, so you can see a lot of examples of different types of road interactions, and we'll see how well it can handle it. So let's press enter on the dialog box in Discord, and now we'll have to wait for just a little bit until it finishes processing the OSM data. I've tested this before, and on average it takes about 13 seconds for me to run it locally, but it may take slightly longer on the server. And because this is in beta, the server may be a little less stable. So while we wait, I want to go over how the user can check the status of the server. There's a few ways to tell if the server is running. You can see in the top right, there's a little green dot next to the server bot. This means that the bot is currently running. If it's ever grayed out, that means the bot is not currently on, and this could be due to it being turned off, or it's undergoing maintenance, or worst case scenario, it crashed. If that's ever the case, you can write a normal message in the OSM channel, and we'll try to reboot it as quickly as we can. Another warning is that the server can only handle one request at a time. So if two people request OSM data at the same time, one request will go through and the other will say application did not respond. The program has been running in real time and this footage was not sped up, and we can see we already have our output. The output is a zip file, and inside it is a TXT file. This TXT file has the Unreal Engine code to construct all the objects we need. But before we put it into Unreal Engine, I want to go over some code modifications I made first. These code modifications will automatically be included in the next update, so if you want to wait so you don't have to do this, then go ahead. But the first section is there is a new variable added in the BP road connection blueprint under the auto adjust settings function, and it is called straight reset connection. I'll have a file you can copy in the description in the video, so you can paste the variable in the blueprint panel. The variable needs to be added to the graph with this OR node, and it is all set. The other thing to change is the OSM import function. You can delete all the nodes in the function and copy the other file I'll have in the description of this video and just paste it into the graph and connect the input. Now we can go back into our Discord output and open the TXT file and press Ctrl A or select all, and then Ctrl C or press copy. I'll open up a blank map to output the road system into, and then press Ctrl V or paste in the outliner. This part may take a couple of minutes since it is constructing all the roads and blueprints. The amount of time it takes for this part to load is dependent on the quality of hardware running it. For me, I'm using a Core i9-9900K with an RTX 2080, and it takes me on average 35 seconds for this map to load. I'm hoping that if it only takes me 35 seconds to load this, then others with worse hardware won't have to wait more than, say, 10 minutes at most. Now that the map is loaded in, there are a few weird things happening that we hope to fix over time. The first thing that could happen is some of the connection blueprints are supposed to connect from the road to an intersection, but if the intersection loads after the connection is called, then it assumes the intersection is in the middle of the map. To fix this, go into the outliner and highlight all BP intersection connections and press Reset Connections, and that'll fix it. If there are still roads that are stretching, it may be caused by a road that was deleted due to it being out of bounds, like the one in the top right and bottom of the map. One other issue is that the road system and connections are at seemingly random Z values. This can be fixed by updating the road. This can be done by recompiling the blueprint, switching to a different map and back, or editing a variable on all the affected blueprints at the same time. Any method works. After that, there is just some minuscule cleanup needed, and we can refer back to the OSM map to see how well it converted the map, and it looks like it did a pretty good job. The last thing I want to say about this tool is that it is still experimental, and the goal is to significantly reduce the time it takes to make a road system and not to automatically make a road system. There are too many variables and details to perfectly recreate 2D lines on a map from OSM to create entirely accurate 3D road systems. And if anybody watching has not yet bought the dynamic road system on the marketplace, I will say this add-on tool is really cool, but I want users to buy and judge the road system off the product on the marketplace. Since the OSM tool is partially out of our control, if OSM goes down, then this tool does not work, and I don't want that to reflect the work of the dynamic road system, since it is two entirely different systems. For those of you who did buy the pack, thank you for your support, and I hope you like this OSM update. If anyone needs additional support, I'll always be available to talk on Discord. Thank you, and until next time.